friend Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And today I've got a special guest. But first of all, before I get to that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd like to encourage you to do that. It's fast, free, and easy to do. There's a little red box. You just tap on it and you'll be subscribed. Also, give us one of those thumbs up. Lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring here to Lake Chapala. So my guest today is Adriana Perez-Flores, and she is an attorney. In fact, she practices in 3 areas, and we're going to get that in just a moment. But one of the things I want to share with you is the fact that having an attorney here in Mexico is an important thing. If you're going to be doing real estate contract, if you're going to be doing immigration, you're going to be doing estate planning, it's important to have one. And over the last year and a half, I can't remember, in fact, when we did that video, it's been a long time ago. And some sound was not right, and the picture was right, and I wasn't, I just learning to do all this. So I told her, I said, it didn't do her any justice, our last video, but at least you got to see who she was. So, Adriana, I want you to share with us a little bit about yourself here in Mexico.
Well, I'm a lawyer since 36 years ago, when I graduated as a lawyer.
36 years ago?
Yeah. And
wow.
And I've been living in this area next month, 27 years.
Wow.
Living in this area and practicing by myself.
Okay, 36 years. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. In fact, I can remember the first time that we met you. We had an appointment at your office, and you weren't there yet. Door was locked, and we were just waiting for you. You were like 15 minutes late. And you said something right then and there. You said, "I'm so sorry that I'm late. I was in court fighting for one of my clients." And I said, "You're my attorney." So, I know that there's something that goes around that there are those on YouTube that are talking about having a facilitator to be involved in their becoming temporal or permanente. And share with us, just real quickly here, what is the difference of a facilitator and an attorney?
Well, in my own case, when the people come to me asking questions, and I give them the answers. But when I don't know the answer, then I do the research, for example, in customs or even immigration, some work that I never done before. And so I go until I found the answer for the client. I like to go till the end until I find the answer, even if it's no, but I want to be sure that the answer that I will give the client is the right answer. And I don't think the facilitators, they do that. They just say... They
just do the paperwork.
Yeah, the paperwork, and if they have questions, I don't know what the answers are of the facilitator.
Okay. But if something was to happen and they had to go to court and you're representing them, you can do that, whereas a facilitator can't represent somebody in court.
No, definitely no.
Okay.
We need to have our license, our state license to practice in Jalisco, but I also have my federal license to practice as a lawyer in the whole Mexican Republic.
So you've been practicing for 36 years. How many years does it take for an attorney to graduate? Is it 4 years? Is it 5 years?
5 years.
5 years. So you've gone to school for 5 years, learning how to read contracts, how to be involved in, I'm sure, different types of developments, with a lot of immigration issues also. So when someone comes to you and they're in your office, I know that our viewer has to first of all go to the Mexican consulate in your state or province and get all the paperwork and take care of that, so you actually have your temporal inside visa. The visa inside your passport. And so once you get here, or before you even come to Mexico, what are you able to do for them, which isn't necessarily heard of others, to be able to make sure that their visa gets taken care of? In other words, what are the steps once they've crossed the border to get their visa done?
Well, once that they're here, they only have 30 days to apply for the card, to change from the visa to the card. So my advice is to do it as soon as you get into Mexico. Start working, because if you pass the 30 days, then you lose that visa. So as soon as you arrive here, make the appointment with the lawyer and to start working on the visa, on the card.
Okay.
Once that you submit the card, the process to immigration, then the 30 days don't count anymore.
Right.
So that's my first advice, to do it right away as soon as you come into Mexico.
And I have been in Adriana's office a lot of times with a lot of other clients that are moving here. And one of the things you do is you offer a service that when in fact they'll be at the border, in other words, when their air flight touches down in Guadalajara, that you'll have their appointment set up at the INM office, the immigration office, ahead of time, taken care of. So when they get here, they don't have to wait. It's something you got taken care of already. So that's a real benefit for you, providing your time and expertise and resources. What are common questions that you get from people that are coming to Mexico when it comes to immigration? Are there things that you can think of, one or two, that tends to be questions or something everybody has?
Yeah, most of the questions are what the difference is between permanente and temporal.
Okay.
So I give them the answers, and yeah, if they can afford to apply for permanente, that's my best advice, to go ahead with permanente, because then as soon as we apply for permanente, you forget about immigration. No more immigration. As a temporal, unfortunately, right now, I don't know the reason why immigration is giving, they don't want to give everybody permanentes. So they're giving more temporal residency. But okay, in that case, we can't do anything. I mean, just continue with the process of the temporal that is good for 4 years. And once that you finish those 4 years, then we can apply for temporal, for permanente. But in the case of the permanente again, no. If you can afford to prove that you have the minimum income to apply for permanente, go ahead. Forget about immigration every year anymore.
Okay. All right. So it's one of those kind of things that when it comes to immigration, that might be something that slips to somebody. They don't really get the understanding. So what my suggestion would be, if you are coming, is to book a time that you can speak with Adriana on the phone even before that you get here. That way she can be helping you in advance. And I'll have all of her contact information will be in the description of the video. Talk about real estate, an attorney, and estate planning attorney.
Well, about real estate, me being an attorney and working as a real estate agent, well, for me, it's not that hard, because I know the law already. Right. I know the real estate law. But it's a good experience, because personally, I like a lot the relationship with people.
Right.
I like it. And so in any other matter, I like it because I like the people.
And how about estate planning?
Estate planning, well, my recommendation, is before to come to Mexico, if you still have assets in your country, make a will for your assets in your country. Once that you come to Mexico, if you buy a property, a car, open a bank account, then you need to consult an attorney, because in some cases, you don't need a will. Because, for example, if you buy a property, on the deed, you are allowed to appoint beneficiaries for that property. So you don't need a will for the property. In the case for the bank account, same thing. The banks allow you to appoint beneficiaries on your account. So you don't need a will for the bank account. And the car, you can just tell somebody to help you to sell it before, when you feel that you're not okay, just sell the car, or appoint somebody who can do it while you are, how do you say, not conscious, but you're still alive. Because the power of attorneys in Mexico are only good for 5 years. But if you die, then the power of attorney is not longer effective.
Well, that's an important thing to know. So I hope, friend, that this has been helpful for you in regards to having an attorney, having the big three. One is having an immigration attorney, two is having a real estate attorney, and three is having an estate planning attorney. And it's a one-stop shop. It's a one-stop shop is what it is. So I first of all, I just want to say, Adriana, thank you for allowing us to come in your beautiful home and and do this. I know that this is your day off. We've had challenges trying to get our calendars to connect and be at the same time, but I feel very good that you opened this up for us. So, friend, as always, thank you for supporting our channel and have a wonderful day. See you on the next video.